Hello my dear followers, hope you're doing fine. Welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare a coherent, well-structured, organized pronunciation lesson plan. So here I have chosen 4th year pronunciation lesson. Let's start with the profile or the identity of the lesson plan. So you have the school, the level, the teacher, the sequence, the lesson. So here in the second sequence of 4th year English program, you've got 3 lessons of pronunciation. Today I've chosen triphthongs because it is somehow complicated. The framework is the same as the grammar lesson. So PPPU or PPU. So the first P stands for preparation, the second P for presentation, the third P for practice, and the U stands for use. The learning objectives: by the end of the lesson, my pupils will be able to talk about experiences, dreams, personality, and memories using triphthongs. So here, I can say that by the end of the lesson, my pupils will be able to know the triphthongs, or to learn by heart the triphthongs, or just to speak using triphthongs. I have to integrate the topic of the sequence to contextualize my learning objective. The target competencies: interact, interpret, and produce. The domains: oral, written, and both. The target structure: here, what are the structures that the pupils have seen in this sequence? So present perfect, past continuous, and past simple. Of course, there are other structures, but here the most important thing to mention is the tenses. Cross-curricular competencies: so you've got the intellectual, the methodological, and the communicative. Finally, the personal and social competence. We're going to devote a video for this. The core values, they have to be related to the sequence, and we have in the middle initial situation. Here you're free to put whatever you want. It's just you're free to put wherever you want. In the warm-up, so the warm-up نعاود نفكركم باللي it takes 5 minutes, maximum 7 minutes. So the procedure: teacher asks 2 pupils to come to the board and spell their names quickly, then asks them to count the vowels and consonants of their names. The speediest gets candies. So here I've chosen a warm-up which has a relationship with my lesson. I know that the warm-up does not have to be related to the sequence or to the topic or to the lesson, but I always prefer to involve my pupils from the beginning of the lesson in the lesson. So the focus, the aim is to relax the atmosphere. This is obvious. And the materials: whiteboard if they have to write something. If they don't have to write something, it's okay. They just have to say things orally. Here we focus on the visual and auditive styles of the learners. Then we move to preparation, which takes about 10 minutes, maybe less. Here, so I have introduced my lesson with a task: match the halves. It's very, very important to make your learners make the difference between a triphthong and a diphthong. And they have already seen what is a diphthong, so they have to make the comparison between what they have assimilated before and the target new item to understand better. Because if you teach these items without reminding them of the previous background, it will be impossible for them to understand it, because it's very, very hard. So this is a matching activity. On the left you have words, on the right you have diphthongs and 1 triphthong. After they match, I must interact with my pupils. This is compulsory. This is an obligation. It's not a necessity. Why? Because when I interact with my pupils, they will get to the rule by themselves. And this is one of the premises of CBA, competency-based approach. This is one of the principles of competency-based approach. So when I interact with my pupils, I'm preparing them to the presentation phase. That's why this phase is called preparation. What do the words on the right represent? They are diphthongs. Are they all diphthongs? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe they get the answer correct, maybe they get it wrong. Well, in the triphthong I gave, how many vowel sounds does it contain? So here they are going to recognize the difference alone. Just help them, just be a guide for them. Then from the preparation phase, I move to the presentation phase. So in the presentation phase of a pronunciation lesson, we present the items. So we always start with examples. We always contextualize our lesson. So here we have 5 examples with 5 transcriptions. You make your learners deduce the rule. You make your learners analyze. You make your learners isolate. So here, one of the learners may ask a question saying, teacher, do we have only these triphthongs? Don't we have all the triphthongs? So here they are analyzing. So there must be an interaction between you and your pupils. What do you notice? What is repeated in each transcription? How do we call this sound? And then you clarify and you state the rule for them. There are 5 triphthongs in English. What is a triphthong? It is a diphthong plus schwa. Not all the diphthongs, because we have 8 diphthongs. Only 5 diphthongs plus schwa. Plus schwa. We move now to practice. So here it's not like a grammar lesson where the activities should be they should involve different aspects. For example, the first activity form-based, the second activity meaning-based, and the third activity communicative-based. No, in a pronunciation lesson we don't need all this. We just have to design activities like graded activities from easy to difficult. So in the first activity, it's standard. Classify the following words in the table according to the triphthongs. Then you have activities from the book. Here, don't forget to mention whether it's pair work or group work or individual work. And you mention, of course, the time. You set the time for each activity. And you mention whether they have to write it on their copybooks or they do it orally. An oral activity is compulsory in a pronunciation lesson, or they just have to do it on their books. And then you have class correction, of course. The last phase of pronunciation lesson is called use. So the pupils should produce something creative based on, of course, the input. So here they have 4 words. They employ them or use them in meaningful sentences. Why not having a relationship with the topic of the sequence, of course. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.